Hi everybody, this is Karak with Angry Centaur Gaming. So once again, we are looking at a particular game. I think most of us will recognize Kingdom Come Deliverance. I was asked yesterday to look at a couple things, go back in, and see if I could identify just a couple things like the water, and just look at some things and explain a couple of them. So I figured I'd jump back in. We'll crank all this all the way up. Regardless, I can't seem to get it to stay high. Sounds like a personal problem, doesn't it? And it doesn't really slide up easily, so it's awkward. But I'm doing it for you. Alright, so we'll adjust those. Draws in. Go back. Go back. New game. So, one of the things people asked me to look at this time was water and see, because last time, if you remember, I couldn't actually look and find the water. So, very cool map. Just heard about this yesterday, and we can place check mark. I don't know what that means, or a checkpoint. So we're gonna see. Oh, yep, and it's right there up on our HUD. So we went down this way. We're gonna go this way this time. And once again, I love this. Everything all meeting together as one. And then you, oh, looks like the reason why I didn't go this way, you can't. See, what I'm a little nervous about is that most of this is locked off and it'll be hard to see water. But we're gonna go ahead. We'll look to see if water is available down here a little bit farther. I love coming down through this orchard. It really looks organic. They did a good job. And I will say, the trees do look like they're sharing some of the same aspects. That's fine, though. But coming down this orchard and seeing like just how everything's sort of, it is nice and orderly, but it's also not. Like, it looks lived in, if that makes sense. Let's see how far we can go here. Oh yeah, it stops us. Now it's stopping us just so you guys know, because this is the alpha. The game's not, 4 foot by 4 foot or anything. What's up, buggers? I'm right up in your orchard. Oh, okay. Got a little bit of a stream. We can check this out. So, something was odd there. Oh, it's just the way the character moves. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. You can see, I really do like the soft shadowing that's being done and the light that's hitting those trees, or hitting that rock. It looks really cool. You can see a little bit of that glimmering right there on the rock, the wetness. It all looks fairly good, and my shadow, going over and covering it all seems to be correct. There's some flickering there. It looks like what they're doing is they're doing a basic water run, which is your depending on how you do it, your moving texture and a couple textures on top of it to add the different looks. And in particular, the white does not look very good. I think they'll redo that. But doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look as good as the rest of the game. It's so funny. If you've were ever a kid anywhere in the countryside, which I was, and I know many of you were, basically this ditch that's been dug out by this creek, it looks fairly real. I mean, sure, there's some, you see the textures here. That's obviously some, that's sort of a mid to low range texture right there. But the way it organically is sort of put together, it's done fairly well. It just looks really good. It looks like you're really there and really investigating, coming out through these trees here. Yeah, they did. That's really a spectacular feeling. Birds in the sky. And the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Oh, looks like I'm rubbing up against an invisible wall there. This is such a cool little section here. An in and out road. That is awesome. Something you rarely see in these games, but in actual like villages and stuff, sometimes that actually would be done. Especially depending on the traffic that came in and out. Here's another set of beehives. Oh, cool. No bees this time. Now, I'm not quite sure if that changes. Here we can see a little bit of a muddy puddle. One thing I have noticed is you don't leave any footprints. You don't, at this time, occur any kind of impact on the world around you, except you may push grass down. It's hard to tell. Jump over this. I feel like a little kid, just barely tall enough to see over the grass. There we go. There's another dual road going in. Very cool. And jump over. Oh, here we go. Investigating another. And look at that. This is great. A good explanation here that I can give you guys. This is something that they've taken care of a couple things. One is that you can really see how they've sort of cordoned off their area. They've fenced it off, and then you have that, couple feet, and then you can already just instantly see where wildlife and nature are. Where wildlife and nature are trying to fight back. It's done really good. I also like how the grass is leaning up against this. Oh, what? Somebody walking on the road must be playing a pipe. That was very cool. And then how you go from the sunny down into this cool looking shadowy area. The lighting they've just done, we can't go into this part of the forest, which is unfortunate. But the lighting that they've done here, it's really good. Ooh, what's this? It feels so lived in. Like there are things occurring here, even without that many people in the town. Huh. So we did get to see a little bit of the water, which I was asked about, and people were telling me that in the last video, when I looked at the alchemy, moving the hourglass is actually a timer for alchemy to help you, I guess, mix correctly. When it comes to that timer, that would not accelerate speed. However, I was told they thought that there was something within the menus. Let's go to help and see, huh? We'll check our inventory just in case we've got something in the old inventory cateum here that will do it for us. Skip time. Let's try it. T. Ooh, look at this. How long do you want to wait? So, I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't even know what it means. Something moved. Do I put a number in? One little problem is it's not really telling me how to move. Okay. You use your mouse wheel and you highlight. Let's wait for, let's not go too long. Let's wait for 4 hours. And you hit start. And you can see here, sunshine. It looks like dawn going into your afternoon, and then your stars indicating your nighttime. Very cool, very authentic looking. You know, it looks like something you would actually find on somebody's wall in an old village. I don't know. I've never been to an old village. Just, I assume it might be on somebody's wall. Fuck it. Who knows? And here we go. Last couple seconds. I heard somebody shooting arrows. I don't know if you guys did, but somebody had come to practice in that amount of time. Okay. We don't have much sunlight left, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to go back. We're going to do it again. We don't want to go too far. We'll go 2 hours. Whoa, not 3. 2 hours. Calm down, William Shatner. And hopefully this will show us a dusk. Oh, you can hear the guy shooting his arrows. That's very cool. Everybody, of course, having their own lives, their own things that they do. All right. Okay. I thought I heard a bear. I'm pretty sure I heard something. And I'm not happy about it, but he's here. Let's watch him practice in the moonlight. Cool. I noticed when he shot, a couple of them hit and bounced off. Very cool animation. I can't talk to him. Let's just see what he does. This would be good. This would be good to see how the game handles, at least how it looks like it might handle the job system for the day. Whoa, like somebody screamed. Okay, so it looks like he's taken off. Unfortunately, you know, without lights, it's nighttime. You know, and I didn't mean to wait. I didn't mean to wait this long. Now this is cool. I mean, I'm not saying that it makes a lot of sense, but him just sitting out here, like staring up at the moon. I miss my sweet Sarah. Her breath always smelling of yams and meat. All right, we're gonna leave Archibald with his thoughts of Sarah and her breath of yams and meat. We'll go down here and we'll see some lighting effects down here at the fire. The forge. People have taken out all their torches. Now, this is really cool. You can see the light flickering off the different buildings over there. We'll get to that in a second, if I remember. He's got his little torch. Let me see if I can talk to him. No. Oh, yep. About yourself. Can you tell me something about yourself? Now, one thing they're going to have to fix is they're going to have to figure out how to have some light when you're in these things, despite it not being realistic. The land is good for growing. I love they even captured, that's not glass. What that looks like is a wax paper that they used to cover lanterns in, and if so, they did a really, I like that they took their time and made it look real. Okay, so going back to the, just looking at how the shadows fall. Yeah, that's pretty, they did a pretty good job. Now, we never covered the body and faces and stuff like that. And I will say this, they're okay. The one thing is that they've done such an amazing job on the landscape that, and the clothing I thought was really good. I do have to say, at least so far, the faces and you know, body and stuff like that, they look like they're missing a couple texture passes to really add some overall looks to them to get that look. You know what I'm looking for, guys? If you guys want to see really good skin on a character, the Sherlock Holmes game, the newer one that I reviewed, had some of the most amazing texturing, even on the older systems. I was really surprised at how good the skin looked. I hope a game finally does that for everybody within the game. Now here it doesn't look so bad. When you zoom in, there are some problems with shadow banding, but it's no big deal there. Shadow banding is where you see those shadows the way they are. They shouldn't be like that. They should be, you shouldn't see the different bands. It should all be one. Nice, smooth bit. No lip syncing in place. Absolutely expected. Not a problem there. Help searching. And if I want to help you, that would be blissful indeed. How does it look like? Okay. So, what did it look like? All right, there we go. What a jackass. What a hammer. I'm trying to help you here, and you're being insolent? I'll drown in a pond over there and help you. Okay. So, he said there was a pond nearby, so I'm going to probably pass time here in a second. But, people, I think, look fairly good. I think the shadows play well off of them. I think that there's some banding, but overall, I really can't see any problems. They've got volumetric smoke, it looks like. Nah, it's hard for me to tell, but you can see different colors of smoke, which I think is really nice. That's dark now, but it's white and dark mixed together, which is actually really cool. A lot of smoke in games will be just one color, and it doesn't look like an item burning. No item in these games is pure. You know, it's not pure wax. It's not pure whatever. I mean, shit, they were probably using baby fat. Who knows what they were burning? Stuff wasn't going to be perfect, and so when there's some impurities there, you get those different colors, and I think that's... I saw something shine up. I wanted to get inside. It's probably a doorknob? Is that a doorknob? It's fucking dark, man. There we go. Oh, I was just too far away. Sorry. I've got a bright light on in this bedroom. Alright. Oh. I have to say I'm fairly impressed with the textures and the modeling there for the herbs. Not bad at all. Not bad. Still, jury's still out on that lighting on the fire there. I do like how the game, man, when it gets dark, it doesn't have any problem just throwing you into midnight. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to our menu again, and we're gonna skip time. This time, 4 a.m. is what it looks like. Hopefully we'll see a little bit of daytime before I stop this. But anyway, I would say, you know, now that we've got to see some water and people, they've done some fairly good jobs with both water and people needing more work than the landscape, but I think that's always been the case with this. The landscape just has something about it. You know how it is, guys. It's like every game has one particular thing about it that just, you know, looks Charlie Sheenish, just looks absolutely fucking crazy, you know, like it was created with tiger blood and fucking potassium so you didn't get cramps, and just a ton of fucking work by the developers. That's the way these guys are in this game when it comes to the landscape. It just looks like they put so much attention into it. So I think it'll take a little while for things like, you know, some of the environmental effects, some texturing, and perhaps the modeling for the people to sort of catch up to that. All right. We're jumping in. I also noticed a ton of animals making sounds whenever we do that. But, boy, that looks close to dawn, doesn't it? See, one thing I don't want to do is skip dawn again. But regardless, this will be right. I got out of it on my own. No? What is that bird? All right. Okay, I heard a bird. There we go. We got some dawn. And it looks like, hard to tell, we might have a little misty morn going on here. But I didn't go here. No, I did. That was the old part of the so this part of the village is the new one. Ah, there we go. That looks cool. That brazier. I guess I missed the heating effects before. The slight waver there. Really good job there. Let's go over here to this side of the... Those are the chickens that hate me. As somebody said, I must be a bad person because even the chickens hate me in this game. Let's see if we can get down into the water. Okay. Typical. This is the same bullshit that happens in Skyrim. They've got some... I can't remember what the term is. Z-axis? No. There's a term for that where they have to fix the transition into water. But... And I say I hate it. I don't mean it's bad. I mean, Christ, the game isn't even done yet. Look at that. Here comes dawn. Let's go up here and see if we can watch dawn occur. Just see how the light occurs. Nettle. Oh, ooh, I missed that before. Look at that scene right there. God, I wish I could take a picture of that. Such an excellent, excellent look. All right. Get up just a little bit on top of this hill. Now, you can see that shadow moving. What we have is the same thing that occurs in Skyrim, which is that the world updates so quickly that shadows will end up having a jumpy look to them. That's not smoke or anything causing that. That's basically the sun traveling through trees. See, it's going to be dawn here in just a second. Right there, you can see the sunlight moving. Oh, that looks awesome. Here we go. We got full dawn here in just a brief second. It's so funny because I'm sure a lot of people are watching this going, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, who gives a shit if it's dawn? But for me, this is the technical stuff that I enjoy, is, you know, the transitions, stuff like that. That's awesome. You can see it coming up right there over the trees. See the beams. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. I wish I could. But, and they don't show the sun. I don't know if that's on purpose and if it's only viewable at the very top of its zenith, I think is the term. That is awesome looking, man. You know what? Sometimes I think it's just kismet, man. you really can't get better than what we just got there. That was a great starting, middle, and end to our video. I picked some nettle. We explored. We finally got to see a little bit closer to the water, see what they got going on there. Got to see the creek, go down, explore that. Got to see a little bit more of the foliage, but we actually got to get up close and see people both during the daytime and at night. And then pick some nettle and watch the sun rise. Pretty freaking cool day in this game right now. So anyway, that's my second part of my technical walk. Sorry that I had two, but I was asked to come back in and cover two bits that I just hadn't had a chance to cover in the previous video, so I figured I would. If you liked the video, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. And remember, always end your day with a sunrise. Peace out.